everyone. Before we wrap this tutorial up, we want to quickly implement a nice navigation progress animation in our NextJS movie management app using the Mantine and progress library. So a quick demo. In our finished product, if you click on any page or navigate to any page, you can see at the very top it displays this nice loader. And also, like, let's say when we are waiting to maybe load the page for a movie detail, you can see that nice animation at the very top, and it starts and completes when the request has been completed. So let's quickly implement that. So you're gonna create close this files for now. So I'm close these folders. So in our component folder, we're going to create a file called router transition.js. Okay. Alright, in it we are going to do a few things. So we are going to define these components, which we've done, and then use the useRouter hook from Next.js to access the router object. And we're going to use effects to attach event listeners to this router that will trigger the progress bar when a route change and when it ends. When a route change starts and when it ends. Okay, let's do that. So right at the let's see, how do we do this? Okay, so right after defining it here and before our return statement, we are going to get our router object by saying use router. Okay, so that we have a router object, then we're going to define a use effect hook here. It's going to say use effect, and the dependency array here. Great, in use effect, we're going to have a handle starts function. It's going to say handle starts. It's going to have a URL, and then URL, if it's not equals to router.as path, and then say end progress that starts. So what does that do? So what this does is it checks if the new URL that we are trying to navigate to is different from the current URL. That's what we are doing with router.as path. So if it's different from it, we are then going to initiate the end progress.start method. Okay, so next I'm going to say const handle complete, which is going to be equals to complete a route change. You're going to say end progress dot complete, and save. And to get started with end progress, it's available here from Mantine, and you install it from yarn add Mantine / end progress. But remember, it's an starter file, so you don't have to install any of this. So back to our components. We're going to define some router router events. So we're going to say router dot events dot on. We're going to say on. We're going to say we're going to say route change start. It's going to be handle start. Then router dot events dot on route change complete. It's then going to be, as you can guess, handle complete. The router dot event dot on route change error is going to also be handle complete. I'm going to return, still in our use effect hook. We're going to repeat this again, but it's going to be router.event off. So we're going to change this to off. Off and off. Great. And the dependency, everything's going to depend on router dot as path. So it's the path we are currently on. That's it for our use effect hook. And then we're going to return lastly, instead of this div saying router transition, we're going to import a component called navigation progress. I'm importing it from @Mantine/progress, and it'll pass in one prop, which is auto reset, and you pass it the value of true and save. So how do we use this in our overall project? So you go to your root application, which is at I call this component folder, which is at pages and underscore app.js, and just right above notifications, or right inside that way, right after notifications, just gonna say route. Oops. I'm gonna say route transition and save it. So we're having an error. I say use effect is not defined, so I didn't import it. So let's do that. So save it. So let's see if that's going to work. So I'm gonna click on dashboard. And as you can see now, I have that nice animation at the very top. And that's great. So that's a wrap. We've implemented a nice navigation animation, which displays when we want to navigate to a different page. And next video, we'll be looking at how to deploy our application now that we are done. See you there.